This is a site on the Keshi Ghat on top, where we can see exactly what this bridge was going to be like if it would have been continued. And we really pray to Lord Krishna that this will not take place. Because you see, this famous Kaliya snake, which Krishna defeated and drove away, it surely wasn't as big and as ugly as this bridge would have been. But the worst of all, it holds back with the sand they built up all over here, the natural flow of the Yamuna, which you can see it's coming in a curve. So exactly here, this bridge stopped all the black water for being carried away. Now the black water shouldn't go in the Yamuna to begin with, but there is no planning even to get rid of the black water. The only way to get rid of the black water is to put to the other side of town and to purify it over there. But since all the black water is being sent even by the new nullies to go straight into the Yamuna, all the way from the whole town, so it's a big disaster. But in this particular spot, which is the biggest spot, all the water, the dirty, the stool water, the filth, gets stuck here, no more flow. Now, the floods have changed the situation for a short while, but the Yamuna in the hot season gets very low, and it just became last year a little water over there, and all this what you see here, which you see now, all this stool is floating down here. This is what gets stuck here and stays here. And from here, the last laboratory tests showed that the water was that bad that no antibiotics could act upon the contamination coming from it. So now this goes down in the groundwater, and this is the water which is going to show up all over Vrindavan in the pumps, in the wells. So we are talking about a major health hazard. So here, the only way we can hope that some real improvement comes if no more black water is actually going into the Yamuna, and the much of the dirt which comes down from the top is being held and filtered somewhere up so that the pilgrims can actually come here and again bathe in the river safely to take their achman, which means they sip a little bit of water. And in this way, they have a chance of having a happy visit to Vrindavan and the Yamuna. So we are urgently requesting in the name of the Braj Vrindavan Heritage Association, in the name of all the yatris, some 80 crores of yatris every year, and who come here, who love Vrindavan, and in the name of all the citizens of Vrindavan also, that this must be taken up. This issue must be taken up. And we can only hope that the politicians and the major decision makers, both in this region and all over India and all over the Hindu feeling people on the planet, will put enough pressure to demand those solutions to be manifest. Because this situation has been going on ever since the dry toilets stopped and the flushing of the dirty waters from the households began running into the Yamuna. You may give it approximately 50 years. So this is there. Now we have been cleaning downstream after the last flood, and the amount of plastic which is being transported by this flowing water coming from cities before, like Delhi, is so immense that you really have to consider that a major task all over India in the consciousness has to be taken. Plastic cannot end up in the land. It has to go to recycling plants. If the plastic is discarded from your household, it has to go to a recycling plant. Otherwise, the danger and the damage being created by that all the way down to the ocean and inside the ocean is virtually uncalculatable. So we really request everybody to take these things to heart. It's for their benefit, for their family, for all of us, and for the future. And if we don't take care of this, we will be blamed by future generations for our utter negligence. And that would be a great calamity. Thank you very much for watching on the Yamuna, here as the sunset comes down and as we see these disastrous pillars of a speculative project which was never studied by experts, nor was it approved by any local master plan. I think it's time to look into how to save the good image and sanity and safety of our treasured tradition, which my spiritual master took all over the world with his very intense sacrifice, so that we from all over the world can come here and appreciate Krishna, the Bhagavad Gita, Vrindavan, and like the popular saying goes, we may actually end up losing our heart in Vrindavan. And when that happens, you want to see this place clean and beautiful and opening its arms for all those who want to improve things in this world, because there are so many other difficulties in this world, this modern calamity of suicide, frustration, intoxication, and so many, that the world really needs the message of Dharma, the message of Lord Krishna. And it is one of the great responsibilities of the Dharma teachers to protect the sanity and sacredness of this tradition. Thank you very much.